He scammed us out of all our games. So we got the whole neighborhood thinking he was secretly gay in the 90s. This is a story about betrayal, teenage scheming, and one of the pettiest, most brilliantly executed acts of revenge I've ever pulled off in my life. Back in the 90s, when games came on floppy disks and dial-up internet was still a luxury, my friend and I fell victim to a classmate who took advantage of our trust and our treasured game collection. But instead of getting mad, we got creative. And let's just say, in a time when being different was dangerous, we made sure he learned exactly what it felt like to be exposed. Was it cruel? Maybe. Was it deserved? Oh, absolutely. Here's how it all went down. I was a teenager in the early 90s. Back then, being a PC gamer was like being in an underground secret club. There was no Steam, no Game Pass. You either bought physical games, which were expensive, or you traded them with your closest friends. My best friend and I saved for weeks to order games from Europe or the US via airmail. We shared everything. The Settlers, Doom 2, Monkey Island. If it had pixels and a plot, we played it. Sometimes we managed to crack the copy protection and make duplicates. It was our own little ecosystem. Fair, honest, nerdy. Until he showed up. A new kid transferred into our class. He had this smug, too cool for school vibe. Always talking about how his uncle had stacks of rare imported PC games. Naturally, we were excited. We offered trades, original games in exchange for copies of his. At first it felt like we'd hit the jackpot. But the stuff he gave us. Corrupted floppies. Broken installs. Missing files. And when we asked for our originals back. Lost it. Must have gotten scratched. Or just nothing. We'd been scammed. This went on for weeks. He got free games. We got junk. But what really pushed me over the edge? He mocked me for being a Queen fan. Yeah, the band. Freddie Mercury had just passed away a few years earlier. AIDS awareness was everywhere. But to this kid, Queen was gay music. He made snide jokes, laughing like he was smarter than everyone. That's when the light bulb went off. Our school took us to an AIDS awareness event. At the end, they handed out informational flyers and free condoms branded with the foundation's logo. My friend and I, we had a printer at home, an old inkjet, slow but reliable. So we wrote a fake letter. Made it look like it came from the AIDS Foundation. It thanked him for coming out and his bravery. Said he had questions about his sexuality after the event. We even included the flyers and condoms. And we didn't send it to him. We sent it to his dad. We used official-looking formatting. Same font, same tone. We forged a signature from a fake youth services officer. Stuffed the envelope with the letter, flyers, and a pile of condoms. Sealed it. Addressed it to Mr. last name, his father. We mailed it from a post box across town. And we waited. Oh, it worked. His mom. Hysterical. His dad. Furious. Apparently they sat him down and interrogated him. They confiscated his computer. Grounded him for weeks. Told the extended family. They were 100% convinced their son was secretly gay. And the best part? He didn't know the letter was fake. He thought someone from the event outed him. He was paranoid. At school he kept looking over his shoulder. He never suspected us. At least not at first. One day he cornered us. Did you send that letter? We denied it. But eventually, we cracked. He told his parents. They called the school. Next thing we knew, we were sitting in the principal's office. Our parents. His parents. Everyone. We explained everything. The trades. The broken discs. The lies. The mockery. To our shock, we weren't expelled. We were told to apologize, attend some sensitivity sessions, and do community service. Honestly, totally worth it. Do I regret it? Maybe a little. We were teenagers. Dumb. Petty. But that kid got a dose of his own medicine. He mocked people for their taste. He stole from others. And when someone turned the tables, he folded like a bad save file. We didn't out anyone. He wasn't gay. But he learned that using sexuality as a joke or weapon could backfire hard. Maybe he even learned to respect Freddie Mercury. What did I learn? 1. Never scam a nerd who owns a printer. 2. Petty revenge can be devastatingly effective. And 3. If you treat others like trash, don't be surprised if karma shows up wearing a school uniform and holding an envelope. So what happened to him? After high school he transferred. His parents said it was for better academics. But we all knew. Years later I found him on Facebook. All gym selfies and motivational quotes. Nothing about the past. But the vibe was off. Almost like he was still overcompensating. He never scammed anyone again, at least not that we heard. Mission accomplished. My friend went on to become a game developer. Me. I ended up working in media. That prank taught us more than revenge. It taught us how to create, strategize, plan, and execute. It was stupid. It was childish. But in a weird way, it was the first time we realized we were clever. They say revenge is best served cold. But sometimes it's best printed on fake letterhead, mailed from a secret post box, and remembered 30 years later as one of the most satisfying moves ever made in high school. We didn't just get even. We got creative. If you enjoyed this ridiculous but true tale of 90s justice, hit like, subscribe, and comment with your own revenge stories down below. And hey, remember, never underestimate a nerd with a grudge and a printer.